India has set England a target of 399. At the close of day 3, if you look at it, England are 67 for 1. In an Indian team, on Indian pitches, chasing anywhere in excess of 350 is always difficult. I mean, look at it. England's chase, they'll have to shatter every record that is there. The highest ever successful chase in the subcontinent is 395 by the West Indies against Bangladesh. If you look at it in India, it is 284. Now, the architect of India being in such a good position are two people. Jasprit Bumrah with a 6 for 45 and today, Shubman Gill. Shubman Gill played a very vital knock that has put to rest for the time being some doubters. Because remember, ever since June till February, until this moment, he was really struggling for runs. Yes, he had a good ODI season, but in T20Is and tests, he really struggled. Shubman Gill, we have to understand one thing, that time can really change. The law of averages can really catch up. At this same time, last year, he was in the peak of his powers. He could not be stopped. 6 months later, he became far more mortal. The law of averages caught up. And here, he had to ensure that he scored 100, looking at the way India started and looking at how they ended. Looking at the holistic picture in itself, Shubman Gill's 104 has probably stamped India's victory in Vizag. But yes, England are not out of it. Even Shubman Gill stated in the post-day press conference that happened. Shubman Gill has really stated he is a very mature guy by what has happened. Because see, when he got to his century, there was no passion. He just raised his bat. He had a very mellowed celebration. Along the way, he was aided by luck, and that is why he credited Shreyas Iyer for it. Not just in the post-day press conference, but also in the post-match when there was an interview with the host broadcasters. What did Shubman Gill say? What did he highlight about this particular knock? Because remember, Shubman Gill batting at number 3, looking at the current situation, he had a very clear status. He rates this knock very highly because it was very important to bat and score at number 3. It was satisfying. It felt equally good because we had lost Rohit and Yashasvi early. We had to get a big lead and get as many runs that were possible. Now remember, Yashasvi and Rohit falling cheaply to James Anderson set India back. I mean, remember, the lead at that time was not even past 200. But Iyer and Shubman Gill fought hard, battled the conditions, battled some good bowling, sometimes very lackadaisical field settings by Ben Stokes, and because of that, he managed to ensure when the ball was there in the slot to be hit, he hit it. When the ball was good, they worked it around in the gaps. Typical conventional test cricket, the way how it should be. 11 fours, 2 sixes, Shubman Gill even unfurled the sweep, but the importance of this knock will be judged if India win in Vizag, which they should win, barring an England baseball miracle. But he did state that luck played a crucial role, and Shreyas Iyer at that point in time credited it. Because remember, both Shubman Gill and Shreyas Iyer have been the men fighting for their spots in the Indian cricket team. Both guys were under pressure. When Tom Hartley got the ball to skid through straight, he just was given out LBW. 2 seconds were remaining, 3 seconds were remaining when he belatedly asked Shreyas Iyer, should we go for it? Iyer was the one who told him, go for it. And had he not taken it, Shubman Gill's knock would not have materialized. Because why did he not go for the review earlier? Because he clearly stated, the first one, I didn't feel the inside edge onto the pad. I really didn't feel it. Shreyas told me to take it in case it's umpire's call. And luckily the umpire had given it not out. Had he given it out, it was still remained out on umpire's call. The problem is he got an inside edge, and that is why that saved him. That was the only way it could have been overturned. Shreyas Iyer luckily helped Shubman Gill's career stage a revival, because had he fallen cheaply, the doubts would have been even more. The context of this 100 with Rohit and Yashasvi falling cheaply is magnified even more by this. Now, what did he have to say about the Vizag pitch as we head into day 4? Because remember, 67 for 1, you saw that there was some variable bounce. Rehan Ahmed's one delivery kicked up, the other stayed low, and that has always been every visiting team's kryptonite, whether they can manage the variable bounce. Gill stated, as the game goes on, it will have variable bounce. It is not turning as the other pitches. There is not that much of turn. If there is turn, it's slow turn. It is doing something. It is not easy to score runs. Clear-cut indication that whatever it is, sure, England may have an aggressive approach, but it will not be easy to score those 399 runs. They are 332 ahead. Not many teams have done it in the past. As I had mentioned, 395 is the highest successful chase in the entire subcontinent. Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Pakistan, India combined. That was West Indies against Bangladesh. So, it is not going to be easy. England may be boisterous, England may be calm, England may be positive. But remember, chasing in India is never ever easy. But on the other hand, there were a lot of criticisms about Shubman Gill. Oh, he's got hard hands, he can't play at it. Yes, the law of averages had turned against him. He didn't have a good 6 to 8 months. That is not hidden. There was criticism like, oh, he doesn't have the standard to play test cricket. Oh, he doesn't have the temperament to play test cricket. Did Shubman Gill have to change his game? Far from it. Shubman Gill played the way Shubman Gill always does. He stated, I think it is very important to stay true to what you are. If you are trying to be over aggressive or over defensive, you are sometimes not able to get out of that shell. Now remember, over-aggression can work for some players. Over-defensiveness can work for some players. For some players, both cannot work. You attack when there is an opportunity to attack. You defend when there is an opportunity to defend. I mean, look at the way how Shubman Gill played today. Especially to the spinners, he used the feet far often. Shubman Gill is known to stay on the crease and try to belt it through the covers. But then when the opportunity is there, he does use his feet. He did use his feet, and luckily most of the shots that he played were grounded. Old school, if you look at the Indian cricketers, they would do that only. Dance down the track, use the pitch and ensure they hit grounded shots. Not every time loft it in the air. Everybody can't be a Virendra Sehwag. Everybody cannot be an Adam Gilchrist. Shubman Gill did it the way he was supposed to do. One flighted delivery, he hit it straight down the ground for a 6. The other one, he middled it, it went to deep mid wicket. So, when the opportunity presented itself, he did not be over aggressive or be over defensive. He just played percentage cricket, and that is why Shubman Gill's knock today will go a long way in reviving his career. Yes, his next major task is consistency. Will he be consistent from this point on? That remains to be seen. But he did not celebrate that much. He said it was a very mellowed celebration. Why? Because he had not gotten the job totally done. Daddy hundreds, 190, 170, just like a Yashasvi Jaiswal, it didn't come. 300s, 128, 110, 104. Somewhere down the line, if Shubman Gill can overcome that, yes, he's hit 100, let us be thankful for that. If he can overcome that, then there is the Shubman Gill that we had seen in 2023 come out in full flow. And this knock today will really revive his confidence. Consistency is now the key word. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this live. We'll be back with more updates on Sports Today. Tap that bell icon so you know when we go live. And don't forget, we're on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram as well. Bye-bye.